here from the Center for Aligned Living, coming to you from my hot kitchen. It's way too hot outside for me to go up to the trailer, so you're going to have me today in the kitchen. But at least I'm here. I'm showing up, and I hope you are too. So thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to just talk with you very, very briefly about journaling. What's your experience with journaling? I know that I used to journal a lot. I really love to get up in the mornings and, have my tea or coffee or whatever it is that I'm drinking, and just start writing down my thoughts. And historically, a few years ago, I noticed a pattern that my journaling took on, and it was a negative pattern. It was kind of venting, and it was kind of, like bitching and moaning. And that's okay. That's one, if you need to release it, then release it. That's a healthy way, putting it down. Sometimes I don't even know what's bothering me, so I'll be writing it out and I can kind of drill down. So in that aspect, it's really good. But if it's just repetitive, just purging, there may be a better way. Maybe that works for you, and that's terrific. But what got me thinking about this is my journaling has kind of evolved, if you will, for me over the years. And what was I doing? I was doing something yesterday, and it started making me think about journaling. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, so we just had a new moon, and the astrologer referenced April. So I was like, April, what seeds did I plant in April? And I was like, hey, let me just flip back here and see what was going on in my brain in April, and what I was writing about, and what I was, thinking about, and what I was maybe planning for, if you will. And so I went back, and it was really exciting to go back and read at the progress. The things, the seeds that I planted and watered for the past few months are coming, they're sprouting. We've got some blooms here. So it's really fantastic. So if you go back in your journal, what I would recommend doing, here's what I would recommend doing. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about maybe a different way to journal. Start writing down, okay, so you are here today, right? This is your situation, whatever it is. And where do you want to be? Okay, so you might be here, and you may want to be somewhere else down the road, like, I don't know, have a different job, or maybe you want to accomplish some physical goal, or have some savings, or whatever it is. So you're here, and you'd like to be there. So use your journal to mind the gap between that, so that you can start working towards steps to get to where you want to be. And I started doing that a couple years ago, and it's been very impactful. And it's exciting to go back and read what I wrote, like in this example, back in April. What did I put out there that, I maybe wanted to see come into my life? And by God, there's some things there, plus some bonuses that I'm pretty stoked about. So it's exciting. So I guess maybe we're talking a little bit about manifesting, right? So you could use your journal to manifest and bring things, call things into your life that you want. And it's a wonderful, tangible way. Plus, it gives you a timeline and it shows progress, right? You can go back and you can say, wow, it works, it's working, this is happening. And if it's not, maybe you need to tweak some things. Look at yourself, figure out maybe what you're blocking. Are you, being self-defeating in some area and blocking the whatever it is that you want from coming into your life? Because if you're focusing on what you don't want, you will get more of what you don't want. But if you sit for a moment and you think, what is it that I do want? What do I want? What would that feel like? And then you just revel in that feeling for a few moments, that's powerful right there. To feel it. What would it feel like if you were there? If you had that in your life, what would that feel like? So I challenge you before, do this for the month of September. I've got some new things rolling out in September that I'm pretty stoked about. I think I've probably talked about rituals and how I'm just completely, I love them. I was raised Catholic. They're big on rituals, right? So we're going to talk about rituals. And they don't need to be religious in any way. What we're trying to do at the center here is teach you, empower you, give you tools, show you how to do it, work with each individual. Not everything resonates with everyone, so find the formula that works for you to live to your fullest potential, your authentic self, aligned with authenticity. And we do that through conscious living, and it's just really just a matter of staying on track, paying attention, being upfront and honest with yourself, because if you just wouldn't put a bag over your head, you're probably going to have the same problems 5 years from now that you have today. So, yeah, it can suck, but guess what? Being in the same place 5 years from now may suck too. Well, it would, probably, unless your life is perfect, but I haven't seen anybody's life who's perfect. So, I think you know what I mean. Anyway, I challenge you. We've got the end of the month here. We've got a new moon. Journal. Use it for what you want. Focus on what you want. It's okay if you've got a problem, you want to work through it and drill down. That's great. But then take that information and do something with it, right? Say, well, I don't like that about me. I don't like that I have that response. I don't like that I have that reaction. I have a choice. Then you work to change it, okay? So maybe that's what you want to manifest. You want to manifest a higher self. Like vibrate higher, be better, do better, and it can all be done. But if you don't do anything, you're probably going to just keep getting the same thing. Same thing gets the same thing, right? So you have to mix it up. You have to do some different things. You have to change your thought patterns, do different actions. And journaling, this way, you can keep track of it. And just use it to tell in detail how it would feel, If I had a better relationship with my mother, just as an example, hi Mom, I'm not talking about us. It's an example. Anyway, how would that feel? And then, once you start to feel that way, you can start working, chipping away at making that a better relationship. And the way that you do that is changing yourself within, changing the way that you perceive things, having hard conversations, agreeing to disagree, but seek understanding, because I think that is the key. Everybody throws around the word love all the time. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Well, what is love truly? I think love is seeking understanding. I've heard it before, and that really resonates with me. And I think that if we could just understand that we are all the same, but we're all different because we've had different personal experiences, and we're looking through different eyes, if you will, different lenses. We perceive things differently based on our past experiences. That's just it. I may have had the same experience over and over and over, and it could have been positive. Somebody else could have had it once, and it'd be negative, and they're like, boom! That's their experience. That's all they know. And if I don't know that about that person, if I don't seek understanding about that person, we'll never understand each other, or have any different level of depth of relationship or communication. So that's what I would do. I recommend using your journal. Use your journal for the power of good. I'm a little ditzy today. I apologize. It's super, super hot outside, and I still have to go take care of the horses. But I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it happy, because they're just such wonderful creatures, and I just love every moment I get to spend with them. So I'm off to do that now, but I recommend using your journal to plan. And if you don't plan, what is that saying? What is it? If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Well, who's got time for that, right? So let's make it happen. happen. Let's live the lives that we want to live. Let's live authentically, and let's live in peace and harmony. If you need help, reach out, phone a friend, phone us. We've got lots of programs. We're here available to talk to you and maybe to help you peel back the layers of the onion, if you will, because we are complicated human beings, but we really don't have to be. If we could just get centered and listen to our inner guidance, boom. That's where it's at. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, and I really, really appreciate your time. I hope that you got something from this, and I hope that you take this challenge as, take it on and give it a whirl and watch how things start to happen and how they unfold. And be sure and follow up and it's like, yeah, that happened. So just celebrate life, celebrate along the way. And I'll talk to you again real soon. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.